We're all better people for having video game music in our lives. As a medium that has evolved just as spectacularly as video games, it was incredibly painful cutting down the list of eligible maestros to just 10 of the very best. It was important that their compositions stand out, but not distract us from the projects they've been associated with. And we feel these musicians have accomplished exactly that. Their music is eternal, sometimes hauntingly so. They raise the emotional resonance of interacting with their worlds to an otherwise unobtainable level by creating moods that seem to effortlessly echo from the games themselves.
Number 10!
Jessica Currie is the BAFTA award-winning composer of Dear Esther, Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs, and Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, as well as the co-founder of game company The Chinese Room. Though her portfolio might contain fewer releases than others on this list, we find that the scores to Dear Esther and Everybody's Gone to the Rapture are particularly emotional and powerful. Currie adapts her musical style not only to fully inhabit the mood of a particular game, but to elevate the entire experience. Whether it's a melancholic mystery on a rainy isle, a terrifying trip into memory, or a rural revelation, her music stirs us, scares us, and lifts us up to new heights.
Number 9!
September 24th, 2001. You turn on your PlayStation 2 and are instantly at home in Silent Hill. The music of Akira Yamaoka feels decidedly of its time, but somehow outside time altogether, cementing the tone of Silent Hill with its combination of sad melodies and strong beats. It may come as no surprise that Yamaoka lists Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails and Angelo Badalamenti, composer of such David Lynch classics as Twin Peaks, as his main influences. But Yamaoka's style is his own, and through shredding guitars and ghostly keys, his music haunts our restless dreams to this day.
I'm sure that I'm still laughing, aren't I?
Number 8!
Although Yuzo Koshiro still lends his talents to current franchises like Etrian Odyssey, he is best known for his work in the mid-1980s and 90s. In 1991, Streets of Rage released for the Sega Genesis and featured a mix of techno, R&B, hip-hop, and chiptune. The heavy emphasis on percussion married perfectly with the violent beat-em-up and helped define the entire genre. It continues to be celebrated as one of the greatest soundtracks of all time, and all we can do now is hope he returns for the upcoming Streets of Rage 4.
Number 7.
It's now or it's never, and I've got to make my decision. This time it could be my moment. Is this a mirage or a chance to fulfill my mission? A river in a dry land, the left is in a lost land, a heartbeat for a demon, a oasis in a strange land.
Shoji Matsumoto is one composer that certainly isn't short on ambition, boldly darting between vastly different genres and styles from project to project. Such diversity does little to dampen Maguro's quality though, because whatever direction he chooses to head in, the result is always excellent. Closely tied to Atlas and more specifically Shin Megami Tensei, Maguro's work feels just as essential as any other element. There's the dystopian dread of Nocturne, the hip-hop rock fusion of Persona 3, the sultry funk of Catherine, and the infectious rhythms of Persona 5. Settling doesn't appear to be Meguro's style, and his relentless need to push himself has only been to our immense benefit, creating some of the best soundtracks that we'll never tire of hearing.
Mass destruction. Number 6.
Whether it's the introspective swells of Journey, the heart-wrenching agony of the Banner Saga, the waltzes of Assassin's Creed Syndicate, or the fun ragtimes of Monaco, every score written by Austin Wintry is captivating. His work is full of intricate complexities, pulling you deeper down unpredictable pathways that twist, turn, rise, and fall. Like a chef who looks for the best ingredients, part of Austin's talent lies in identifying outstanding musicians that fit each project, then writing specifically for them in ways that challenge their already exceptional skills. Journey simply would not have the same emotional power without the unbridled passion of cellist Tina Guo. The feeling of each game Austin works on is forever changed by the flavor of his themes.
Number 5.
Truth be told, David Wise would have ranked on this list if his only composition was Battletoads pause music. Fortunately for us, his work continued. While he's created music for over 70 titles, Wise's most celebrated pieces belong to the Donkey Kong Country series. He proved that video game music could be more than catchy, it could be sexy. While many Super Nintendo games were blipping and blooping through 20-second loops, David Wise infused the Donkey Kong Country games with incomparably moody, silky, saxophony tracks that could actually make us want to linger in water levels. Almost 2 decades later, he returned for Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Here, Wise could have cashed in some nostalgic tunes and called it a day, but instead chose to overachieve tenfold, supplying one of the best 2D platformers with one of the greatest soundtracks.
Number 4.
Since her beginning in 1988, Yoko Shimomura has composed some of the most iconic music in gaming. Her wide and varied catalog includes games like Street Fighter II, Super Mario RPG, Final Fantasy XV, and the Kingdom Hearts series. Each song she composes conveys the mood perfectly. Tracks like Guile's theme give a strong sense of determination and pride, while more emotional tracks like Dearly Beloved convey a heavy feeling of nostalgia. Yoko Shimomura is a legend that shines in each project she works on thanks to the wonderful music she brings. And while she already has an impressive body of work, we're selfishly hoping there's plenty more to come.
wintry.
Yasunori Matsuda is nothing short of an RPG legend. His name is associated with some of the most revered music of the genre, and such music still carries the same emotional power today as it did all those years ago. There's the rousing, adventurous spirit of Chrono Trigger, the beautiful melancholy of Chrono Cross, and the ominous sound of Xenogears. JRPG music can sometimes blend together with similar instrumentation, but Matsuda's music is always distinct because it covers such a broad range of feeling. While his work in the 90s is enough to forever cement his legacy, he continues to be associated with excellent RPG soundtracks, not the least of which is Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and its standout expansion, Torna, the Golden Country, which couldn't help but stick out as one of the best soundtracks of 2018.
Number 2.
Koji Kondo's been composing music for video games since before most of us were born, and most of his tunes are easily recognizable, even to somebody who has never touched a video game in their life. Kondo's the man behind the music to some of Nintendo's most revered games, like Super Mario Bros. And The Legend of Zelda, as well as several of their follow-ups like Super Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, and The Wind Waker. His tunes were not only revolutionary back in the day, but also still hold up even today. Many of Kondo's scores will forever earn the distinction of being the most timeless compositions in the medium.
Number 1.
It's not just that Nobuo Uematsu has given us some of the most unforgettable tracks in video games, or laid the blueprint for how one of its biggest franchises would sound. It's that nearly every piece of music he writes is incredible, and that's rather impressive considering how long he's been at it and how much he has to write for each project. He wrote the music for Final Fantasy 1 through 9, and contributed to many other games in the mainline series and beyond. It's not unreasonable to say he played a big part in why Final Fantasy has often been considered the benchmark for role-playing games. He recently announced he's taking a break from composing and wailing through his most popular themes with his metal band, the Black Mages. His work, as it stands, proves that the medium can go toe-to-toe with any other form of music and remain in the hearts of those that hear it forever. Easy Allies creates shows, podcasts, reviews, and more thanks to generous viewers just like you. If you like what you see, check out patreon.com/easyallies to help us make more. For just $1 a month, you can gain access to weekly updates, spoiler discussions, and exclusive shows.